2 Arabic t-shirts. We told you last week about a New York City public school principal, the head of the Khalil Gibran Arabic school, who was connected to an outfit putting out this Intifada t-shirt. The principal claimed the shirt did not advocate violence, but she was heavily criticized. Today, Debbie Almontaser resigned from her job. In another story, the ACLU has filed a lawsuit against Homeland Security on behalf of a man who was forced to change his t-shirt before he could board his JetBlue flight from New York to Oakland. Raed Jarrar is an Iraqi national. His t-shirt had Arabic and English text on it with the slogan, quote, "We will not be silent," unquote. And the incident happened right after a major international terror scare last year. With us now, civil rights attorney Arthur Aidala. Arthur, thanks for joining us. I think that context about when this happened is key. It's very important. This was last summer. It was right after the whole transatlantic plot between the UK and the US was exposed. People were on heightened alert. Isn't it understandable that JetBlue and transportation officials took extra care here when a lot of the passengers were expressing concern about this guy's shirt?
Well, I wish JetBlue had taken extra care, but from what I've read, they haven't done anything extra. This man was asked to remove his shirt after he already went through 2 security checkpoints. This is an issue about safety. So if he goes through the first checkpoint with the shirt on and they let him through, and he goes through the second checkpoint and they let him through, then why is he more dangerous as he's getting on the plane with the shirt? The shirt's not going to hurt anyone, Michelle. The shirt's not going to blow up the plane. He's going to do it. He got through the first 2 checkpoints without any problems, but now they don't like what he wears, and that's the fundamental issue here. Michelle, you got to understand something. I know that period of time was very scary for everybody, but it's been scary since 9/11, and we have trampled on our constitutional rights willingly after September 11th. You weren't allowed to check people's backpacks before they walked into a subway. You weren't allowed to eavesdrop on phones, but now they say you can do that for our own safety. Fine, we've given that up, but where do we draw the line?
Well, that's exactly the question, Arthur, because there are no absolutist free speech rights here. And I want to test where you would draw that line. What if that shirt had said, and now let's grant that the shirt had absolutely no menacing message to it, and Raed Jarrar was a perfectly fine, upstanding guy. He wasn't a threat to anyone, but there was a perceived threat. What if that shirt had said, "I love Osama" in Arabic? Would it then be reasonable for transportation officials and TSA officials to say, "Hey, could you just change your shirt"?
What it would be reasonable for them to do would recheck him. Michelle, I fly internationally at least 10 times a year. This is what I would want as a citizen. If he's wearing that shirt, take him in the back. Run his FBI sheet again. Strip search him again. Go through his luggage again. Because now he's giving them probable cause. He's raising their awareness. He's giving them a reason.
You're avoiding the issue. You know the old saying about not yelling fire in a crowded theater. If you got a shirt that says "I love Osama" in Arabic, isn't that analogous to yelling fire in a crowded theater?
Michelle, that shirt that says "I love Osama" isn't going to fly a plane into the World Trade Center. Look what Muhammad Atta wore. He wanted to blend in. He looked like everyone wants to look, just the normal guy from middle America. And he was the one who caused all the devastation and all of the damage. So that's what disturbs me. Anyway, we shouldn't let the terrorists win, Michelle. We shouldn't let the terrorists win.
I absolutely agree with you.
But telling people how they can dress and they can't dress is letting them win. It's altering the way we live in the United States of America.
So our Homeland Security officials and airline transportation officials should never take into account the fears, the anxieties, the concerns that other passengers have on a plane?
Absolutely, they should. They should question this guy. They should run his background. They should see what he does. Does he work? Go through his luggage again. Make sure he's not carrying a weapon on him.
It seems perfectly reasonable to me to say, in the wake of the expose of this mass plot, to say, "Hey, could you just change your shirt?"
If they said to him, could you?
They did.
No, they made him. They said the only way he could enter the plane was if he did change the shirt.
That's right.
It's different than saying, "Could you?" and you have to.
And he could walk and find another airline that would let him do that.
It's about safety. It's about safety. They should check him and double check him and triple check him.
It's about finding the proper balance between civil liberties and national security. And I guess we're on either sides of that line. Arthur, thank you. And that is it for us today.